Okay, hello everyone. Right, so welcome to my virtual reality fly. Now, remember, examiners will change the routes periodically. They're under no obligation to go on the same route. They are allowed to vary it, but this gives you a rough guide of what's going on. Just done a little video about the car park, so without any further delay, let's get on with it. So you come out the car park, round here to the end of the road, and then off you go. And so as you're coming up to this bit here, up there, you come up to here, and I want you to be checking left and right, making sure it's all safe, no one's crossing the road, and then out you go. All right, so simple, out into the road, checking it's safe, and off we go. Right, so I am completely lost. What's going on with this? Right there. Right, there we go. So you just drive along this road, then you've got this roundabout. As you can see, it's 2 lanes. Make sure you are in the left-hand lane as you go through. Because there are 2 lanes, you have to make sure you maintain 2 lanes on the roundabout, okay? I do not want to see you cut across. So when you come across this thing, you want to be doing that. All right, just like if you're in this lane, you would do that. Do not cut. Stay on the outside. Okay. Out of interest, these raised curbs here, these are where pedestrians cross. It's not a pedestrian crossing, so you don't have to give way to them. But of course, if it looks like someone's going to walk into the road, then I would not run them over. Okay, so we come up to here. There you go, people waiting to cross. You can give way or not. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so as you come up to here, it's just an all roundabout. Check it's safe. When it is, out you go. So we're going to go ahead to staying on the outside and going up that lane there. Don't forget, this whole section is a 20 zone. So we're just driving along up here, just following the road. Now, they often park you on this hill here. There you go. Somebody parked there. So somewhere along here, they normally say park before that sign there. There's a blue sign. There it is. So they normally say just stop roughly where that white car is. Now, they get a hill start out of you to start with, okay, and then you don't have to worry about it. Don't forget, when they say please drive on, cater for things like this. So this bloke's coming up behind you. He's going for an overtake. Now, logically, he's only going to go into this lane to go back to the left. If you then populate that bit, he's going to be stuck out here on the right, and you'll get marked down for that. So whenever you go to pull away, make sure that person isn't blocked and has the ability to come back in. Right? You will get away with it. It's a minor on the driving test or driver fault if you pull away with a car in this lane. But if it was a normal road, I mean, this is obviously a 2-lane road, but if it was a 1-lane 2-way road, so you've got oncoming traffic, and you moved off while someone's overtaking you, you will fail your driving test. All right. So as a general guide, just wait. All right. So when they're ready, driving on. Test route number 6. Okay. So as usual, going ahead at the roundabout. We've done this a couple of times now, so we just come along here into the left-hand lane through the hatched area. So across here into there, going ahead. So we've got the first up arrow, A3011. That's what we want. Follow that lane. Through here, I'm going to whiz through this because we've done it a number of times in other videos now. Through here, following that, when safe, go through. Don't forget to check traffic, what they're doing. Round here, down here. Check on your right, make sure no one's coming at you. Follow the road ahead. Keep this junction clear. Come through there. Don't block that. Down to the roundabout. Right, third exit. So we're approaching the right-hand lane. Check it's all nice and safe when you go out to there. So we should be in that lane there, around here. Keep an eye on the left-hand lane by doing your blind spot checking. Do multiple checks. Make sure if a car does turn up, just go around the roundabout again. But indicate left about there, not too early, and then you can get off over there checking there's no one trying to kill you. Then we go around this corner, following it down here. Now, first left. So it's after these bollards. We're going to go left. There's a sign there that says parking, so it's opposite that. And we go down here. Now, Loads of people miss this 20 zone. So as we come into here, you should be indicating left into a 20 along here. Right, don't know why we're in there. So we just follow this. Zip, up we go. We're just following this road ahead. They might get you to park there actually. Just do a little park and re-drive on again. They often will park you up 4 times. We come to this roundabout, ahead at the roundabout. Thing with that roundabout, it's quite poor visibility. Honestly, why did I... Oops, hello friend. Let's go back. That's better. See, look, we can't see because of this thing. So you should be coming in slow. You should be thinking, is there anybody there helping us? Coming along here, check it's safe. It is. And there, across into Peabody Road. And we go down here. Now, this is a great meeting situation. So we're coming down here. You've got to think, right, white car coming. He could potentially pull into places. We could pull in there a little bit. We could possibly get in there. Come out. Reduce your speed. Remember, this is all a 20 zone. So depending upon, I mean, there is room for my car in this slot, so you could just drive down this road. Checking on your right. Don't know what he's doing. Is he coming out? Is he parking? What's he doing? He looks like he's just parked. We come through here, out to the road. Still a 20 zone. End of road, left and then right. Notice change in speed limit to 30. Be mindful of people that might come across the walk across the road. And as you come up to here, you're checking. Now, there's nothing currently coming, but I'll be just cruising in, checking here as well, and there when it's good. Out you go, then immediately right. So you want to indicate left out of here, into there, indicate right, and then get in really early into that turning area. Okay, go through the hatched area if you want, and then wait there until it's safe, and then turn. That's your plan. So we go out of here, into there, boomf. In is currently good. Check there's no one walking across the road. Turn in. Remember, do not cut. Follow the road. Now we go down here. Really wide road. Again, they might get you to do... They often park up there. They might get you to do a parallel park along here. And you're just following the road ahead. At the end of the road, we're turning right and then right again. So come up to here again. Can't really see, so just cruise up to it. Don't bother driving to the line and stopping. You want to be slow about there, so as you come into it you can just look around without running out of road, and when you're happy, out you go and turn. Remember, do not cut. Round here into there, follow this round. First right again. Now again, don't cut. I would actually be positioned out here a little bit. Yes, we're straddling the white line, but you've got to make sure no one's coming around this corner at you, so keep it slow. Have a look, make sure it's safe. When you're happy, turn, and down we go. Now, following this road ahead, again, they do parking along here, do lots of manoeuvres, end of road, left. So you come down here. Now, be mindful, there is often a car parked here. So, as we come down this road, oncoming traffic will be in the middle because of this parked car. So, don't just look right, don't just look there. You've got to think, well, what's on my route? What's coming up there? So you come round here, into here, and head off down the road. These bits, these cars are always here. Again, I'd be coming down here, come out early, start going through this hatched area, line up. The earlier this guy sees that you are coming through, the earlier he will start to move near the curb and create room for you. Then we're going to go first left into here. Check it safe, make sure no pedestrians, round you go. Checking for speed limit signs, rules, regulations, all that sort of stuff. Now, along this road here, they often say find a safe place to park on the left. You have double yellows. You're not allowed to park on them. So this is bad. However, single yellows. So check your mirrors, find a place to park. Do not park opposite a junction. Highway code states don't park opposite junctions. So there is a great place, like you were going to post a letter. Or by the tree. But not double yellows and not opposite junctions. All right? Go down. Right, now it says, this is Farnborough College Technology, just so you know. There it is. So we've now driven down here to this roundabout here, where we're going to go ahead and then right there. So as we come up to here, keep an eye on Doggo. Right, so keep an eye on these guys. And then out we go through the roundabout into there. So we've come into here. Now, if you look, there are actually 2 lanes for turning right. So we've come through here. because you've got 2 lanes, you want the middle lane. Well, out of the 3, it's the middle one, isn't it? So whenever you've got 2 lanes that go to the same place, you take the left of the 2. So we come through here into that lane there. This one. Now, we're going to be turning right. So when the traffic lights change, we go out. I've still got my right indicator on. I suppose you don't have to, but I do. Right, now, what the van's doing is what you should be doing. So you've come from here. You've got to leave room for these blue cars. So you stay out wide like that into left-hand lane. Just pretend that this white line is still painted, that there's still a lane on your right-hand side. Lots of people cut and they get dangerously close to that car. You've got loads of room out here. I mean, I don't want you going out here and then turning, but you want to do what the lorry's doing, all right? Just stay out here, maintaining room for these guys. Give them the amount of room that you would like yourself. And then we follow it round into that lane there. I would still keep an eye on this guy and make sure it's all safe. And then we head off down there in the left-hand lane. Now we're heading down here, heading towards Farnborough. And at the roundabout, we're going ahead, second exit. Now, as you come down this hill, you should be seeing, yes, there's an up arrow there, but just there you've got a left arrow. So you actually want the middle lane. So you come down here, start looking at what's going on up here. We've got a white car coming. So as we come down here, where's he gone? Here he comes. Get your timing right. Looking. It looks good. Sail out behind the white car in this lane. Get round here. Be mindful of the bus lane on your left in case a bus decides to come round and populate it. And we go round here in the left-hand lane. Crack a left indicator on now. Check on your left, make sure it's safe, and move into that lane. I don't want you going down here and then coming across. I want you planning in advance that you're getting off. So you always want to be on the outside as you approach your exit. So a bit of being proactive, get in your lane nice and early into here, and then we follow the corner round. Now, as you're coming round here, yeah, there's a bus lane in the middle of the road, which is a bit odd, and it's for people coming this way, all right? And what happens, you should be, as you're coming down here, you should also be looking down here on the road. There's a zebra crossing just there, so you should be thinking, ooh, there are people coming across the car park, I'd better start slowing down. I mean, you are warned of a zebra crossing anyway. Keep clear box, fine. But what can often happen is people see this area here, sandy coloured road surface, is a high grip road surface to enable cars to stop quickly, all right? But people come down this road, they see bus stop written upside down or bus lane written upside down, see that, they panic, think that's the bus lane, jump into here. And you go, no. The bus lane's in the middle, so don't panic, just come down here. This is purely here so that your tyres stick better when you come to stop before the pedestrian crossing. Now, blue car's been sensible, kept the junction clear. If you stop there and somebody tries to come out, you've just failed your driving test. So do not block. Coming down here, looking for pedestrians. Now, remember, it is illegal to go onto a pedestrian crossing that is populated. So, very common, you'll have a pedestrian walking along here. As soon as they get to there, then a car drives like that. But the pedestrian is still on the crossing. That is a guaranteed failure, because if that pedestrian turns around and comes back again, you're in trouble. You cannot have a person on this crossing and you on it as well. All right? And if that means, because sometimes the bus stops here and then you get loads of people coming off it and they walk across the road. If that means you have 2 people come across like that and then you can't have time before the next one turns, then you just wait. I don't care if you're there 2 minutes. You do not go on. Some people will come on, see you stuck there, and they'll just wave you across, in which case, fine, carry on. But they get priority over you. You should think of it like an inflatable. That's how I do it. If somebody steps on that, you should think of it like an inflatable pavement. So it just inflates, and it is a pavement. When their foot is off it, it deflates, and it is a road. So if somebody's foot is on it, it's raised. You aren't allowed on it. So you can go on it when it's dropped. All right? And, of course, safety-wise, the examiner, if there's a pedestrian approaching whilst technically you can drive onto it, is the examiner going to look at you fondly if you think, oh, there's a pedestrian coming, I'll just nip across? Because if they pick up speed, you're going to run them over. So no is the answer. They're going to go, what are you doing, you idiot? So you just come into it thinking there's a pedestrian coming, I will go slow. Lots of people fail their driving test when it comes to pedestrian crossings. So we've done that pedestrian crossing, we drive down here. We got to this bit, which is by the View Cinema. Pedestrian crossing again, check. Remember, if somebody's already on the crossing, even though these are green, you're still not allowed on it. It's inflatable. Okay, so it's a raised curb, you're not allowed on it. So what can happen is as you go across here, he does a trailer hit on you. So as you go across, hang on, you do that, he starts to go. But because you were already going through on a green light as he stepped out, don't worry about it, keep going. Technically, you're supposed to stop, but I mean, you can't just do an emergency stop because he steps out. But if you come around the corner and find him already there, then you have to give way. Right, moving on. As we come down here, you've got more traffic lights here in the middle. This bit here. So the traffic stops. It could back up. Now, we can't block this. You must make sure you keep it clear. Likewise here and here. All right. So you should be coming down here, keeping it clear. Then you can move across. But if the traffic's just flowing, then obviously keep going. At the end of the road, we're turning left. So we've got your left indicator on as we're coming up here. Even though we've got a green traffic light, it benefits you to look to the right to make sure nobody's jumping the light. Like this, so as you come through, check, make sure, because some people do misread this. There's a filter arrow there. They see a green light for that and think it's for them, and then they drive off. So just cover yourself. And you come around here. Not that it's working. Going to there. That's better. And then we follow down the road. So we're just following the road ahead. Now look long, please. Down there, we have a roundabout. Now, as you're coming down here, you will start to see a no left turn. You've been warned of a roundabout sign there and there. As you come up to here, start checking to your right. Go through the roundabout as per normal, thinking about shields, death zones, crab claws, all that sort of stuff. It's very common for people to come down here, completely miss the fact that there's a roundabout here, despite all of this, and drive straight through. Okay, so when you're up there, you should be looking all the way down here. Right, let me go through here into another roundabout. You've been warned about it. Now start looking as soon as you can. Depending upon the time of year, you might have a load of bushes growing through here. In this particular picture, we've got the bushes are down and you can see quite well. But as we come up to here, this bit, there could be anything there, couldn't there? There could be a bike that comes out, could be anything. So if this lot of shielding, by all means go across, but just come in slow, expecting to stop, make sure it's safe, think about pedestrians crossing, and then drive on. And then we just go down, following the road. I'll just go up a bit, heading towards Cove. So we're just following this road. Here we are, coming up to another roundabout. Again, as you come down here, you've got potential vehicles come out early, straddle the white line. There's loads of room for cars to go into there. And as we come down here, this is blocking our view. So you want to slow down. Think about cars that might turn into Jewson. So we're coming down here, checking it's all nice and safe. Obviously, I'm up in the air at the moment, but we've got to keep an eye on him. Now, his tyres say he's going left. No indicator going. So body language, it says that he's going that way. And on we go, checking around. And we just follow the road ahead. Coming through here, you've got your green traffic light, no right turn coming up there. You're not allowed through. Follow the road ahead. Now, you've got Tesco. You might have vehicles cutting across in front of you, so be mindful of that. If there's a car sitting here to turn, you can sometimes fit through there. Yes, there's a bus stop, but it's got a broken line around it, so you're allowed through it. It's solid white lines you're not allowed through. And we just follow this along. Now, we've got no right turns, so you can't go up there. Coming down here, we've got a blue sign telling us one-way street, and you've got no entry signs. Coming down here, now we're into Cove one-way street. So we're just following this down. Now, look, let's see. I don't know if you saw what the taxi was doing there, but he was actually driving down the middle of the road. Which is fine. It's not marked as 2 lanes, so you can actually position anywhere in here. But do be careful, mindful of what's coming up behind you. If you're driving here and somebody tries to squeeze through, you need to know that. So we just go along here. Now this can cause some problems to some people. It's a one-way street. We're following the road. There it says no entry, but it's upside down. So that's actually for people coming out of here saying they're not allowed to turn right because obviously it's a one-way street. They have to go left. I saw an Audi driving up here the other day to turn up there. So they're just going against all the arrows. So yes, it's no entry, but if it's upside down, it's not for you. So don't panic. I've had students come down here, see it, and suddenly swing into there. Right, so we go round here. At the end of the road, let's have a look at this. Now that is for turning right, and they've got a giveaway line there. The left lane just goes round the corner, you see? There is no giveaway line there. So as we come along here, you want to get into the left-hand lane because you're just going to follow it round. Just like that. See, no giveaway line. So you just come around here, following the road. Now the examiner will have been telling you all of this. And at the roundabout, left first exit. So you've got the roundabout sign, you're coming into here, you should be doing your mirrors and signals, aiming for that lane, cruising in, keeping it nice and slow like they are. Look, that person is already looking to the right. They're not waiting until they get there to look, they're already looking. So as they come into here, they're looking across, and if they're happy, then away they go. You're just checking, nobody's coming at us. This is good. So now we're coming into here. Along this road, I think it's Southwood Road, I can't see it. You will often be asked to park on the left. So they'll say to you, find somewhere safe, convenient and legal to park on the left. For the purpose of this, ignore the cycle path. That's what they say. So cycle path has got broken white lines you can park. So just find a long curb, not a short one, a long one. So just pick a place, indicate, warn these guys that you're going to do it. Come over in good time. So I'd come in early and then run along to where I want to park. Handbrake, neutral, cancel the indicator, relax. They'll say thanks very much. They'll give you another instruction, which is normally now we're going to do the independent driving. So I'd like you to follow signs for Aldershot. When you're ready, please drive on again. That's what they'll say to you. So you now need to check to make sure that nothing's coming behind you. If people are overtaking you, let them, right? Don't move off while someone's overtaking you. You've got to be aware. You could put a right indicator on because you might find that somebody comes along here, slows down, maybe even flashes their lights to let you go, in which case you then drive on again. The examiner will say thank you for you, so don't worry about that, and then drive on. But if you are being overtaken, you stay put. Just wait until there's a big enough hole that you can outrun them, or they let you go. All right? And then we just follow the road all the way round to the roundabout. So, oops, a little bit trigger happy there. Following signs for Aldershot. Aldershot is left first exit, if you see that there. So we're going there. So we cruise into here. Notice the change in speed limit. No stopping left and right. So we've got a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit now, and we're going into the left-hand lane there, indicating left, cruising up to here, checking, doing your usual roundabout stuff. When it's safe, do bear in mind that is a left turn only lane. You can see that on the floor, but that doesn't mean the person that's in that lane knows it's a left turn only lane, so they could still come through. This car could then come straight through. Make sure it's safe. Make sure they're committing to turn before you go out. And remember, we've gone into a 40, so we go out, round here, and away we go. Now we're just following the road ahead. Got some keep clears on the floor there. Coming past the Monkey Puzzle Pub, up to this roundabout. Now we've got two lanes on here, so we're going ahead. So that's left-hand lane by default. Remember, when you've got two lanes, you have to maintain two lanes on the roundabout unless you've done a blind spot check. Now, I would come into here. Now, logically, doing that is the most logical route, but you can only do that if there's no one here. So if I'm coming up this road, I will check on my right. There's no one here. Obviously, check there's no one driving at you, and then go through like that. But you must check before you do it. If you haven't checked this lane, then you have to stay on the outside of the roundabout because you've got to leave room for this car to go around and head off up there. All right, so do that by default, but logically, if you do a blind spot check on your right, then take the shortest possible route. It's absolutely fine. So we go from there, heading off that way. Follow this round, past the golf course as was, up to here. Right. Oh, just a little bit too far. Following signs for Aldershot, there it is, bottom left. So that's left first exit. Up to here. Indicating left. Yes, that's a left turn only lane, but I would still be indicating because nobody out there knows that that's a left turn only lane. Looking, check it safe, cruising, checking forward. Think about pedestrians and cyclists that might go across there. We have got a cycle path here, so you might have stuff in there. Checking around here, round, and away we go. And it confirms up there that you've got Aldershot is left first exit. Remember, every road inherits the speed limit of the previous one, so you're still in a 40, and we just drive along here. Now we're coming to the big roundabout, still following signs for Aldershot. Now, from where I am, I can't see the road sign, so who knows where Aldershot is? So you just follow default behaviour, and that's stay on the left. And as we come here, yep, Aldershot on the A325 in brackets, that's a future road, but it says it's the second exit, and that one is the A327. So we're actually following the A327, so that's good. So we're going second exit on the A327. Start looking nice and early, make sure it's good. 2 lanes, I want you to maintain 2 lanes, unless you've done a blind spot check, but in this particular instance, there's no real benefit, so I would actually maintain my lane. You come up to here, I would be going out there, all right? I don't want that because you will squash whoever is in this lane. So you want to stay on the outside, indicate left at that point and off. Like this, into here. Keep an eye on the pedestrian crossing. Think about anybody who might come through and try to overtake you. So just as you come through here, maintaining your lane, just check on your right, make sure it's all safe. And then away we go. All right, so just check there, because obviously there is room. And on we go, 40. Right. So we're just driving along here. Now, we've been told to follow the road ahead, A327. And as we come along here, still in a 40, no stopping. Up there, you've got a road sign. You've got a left turn only lane and an ahead arrow. So I would be getting into the right-hand lane because we've been told to follow the road ahead, haven't we? We've also been told A327, and it's actually marked A327. You may or may not be able to see that from all the way back there, but it's the fact that it's an up arrow tells me that I need that lane because we've just been following the road ahead. Up to here, past the Ford main dealership, up to roundabout. And it was a right third exit on that road sign. So we come into here, start looking now. Look for a hole. So we could say that after that black car. Have a look right now. I want to show you. That lane is for going round the roundabout. That one's for getting off. But you often get a lot of people that come round into that lane and go whoops and then come straight back across. So don't assume that just because they're in that lane, that's the end of the story. As you go out, keep an eye on them. So now we go out of here. We were told right 3, and that's the A327. And then you come into here. A327 breaks into 2 lanes. So this A327 becomes 2 lanes. Otherwise, it would say A327 in one of the lanes, but it doesn't. It's in both. So you could go, that's exit 1, out to there. That one. Follow that round. See, look, A327 in both. So it actually confirms it. And then you go around. That's exit 2. And just follow this. Getting off. Aldershot A325 coming up. Now we're onto the A325. Lovely. And away we go. Now, down here, it says Aldershot is right 3. So I would immediately check right, indicate right, position into right-hand lane, go down there, and then you do that roundabout in the third exit. Now, I'm going to take you back because it depends upon what happens and how people give you instructions, depends on what you do. Sometimes the examiner will say to you, we're following signs for Aldershot, but that's right third exit at both roundabouts. Now, if they've told you that you're going right at both roundabouts, then I would actually stay in the right-hand lane because I've been told. Or if you had local knowledge, which obviously now you do because you're watching this video, So I would actually be here. It's still indicating right. Indicating right. Now indicate left, because that van needs to know that you're getting off. And you come out of here and you follow that lane round. Don't cut across this white line. Make sure you stay wide. You've got to stay in your lane. And now you're back where we were originally, only this time, because we were told that we're turning right at both roundabouts, you're actually coming down here rather than coming down the left and then doing lane change. Both are fine. It's just easier if you use the right-hand lane. So if he says you're following signs for Aldershot, you now know you're going to need the right-hand lane, so you could just stay in the right-hand lane throughout the whole thing. Glad I could help. Right. 30 sign. So as you're coming up here, we were in a 40, now going back into a 30. Right 3. So you should be in this lane, indicating right, looking. That Audi looks like he's getting off. But is he? Yes, he is. So we come around here. Or is it a Jag? It might be an Audi. Right, so we come around here. This can cause problems. Right, now it's actually this line here. We would be where this woman is. So we go out. That is the left-hand side of your lane. See the dots? A lot of people cut diagonally like that, and they go into this lane and then back into their lane, but you don't. You want to actually go out to there and then turn. It makes more sense when you see it from over there. So you want to come in here, checking it safe. Do be mindful of this bus lane. You could have a bus coming through. So if there's a bus there, well, which there is, in fact, then do be mindful. He could well be coming through here. When it's safe, out you go into this lane here. And as you can see, there are the dots. So if I just go up a little bit, there are your dots there. All right. So we've got a right indicator on. We're in this lane. We're following this lane through. Count your exits. 1. That's 2 over there. So you follow this car. Now, be proactive. You want to be on the outside as you approach your exit. So you want to be coming through here. Indicate left now. And you want to be thinking, right, well, I need to be on the outside. So you need to be heading off to where that car is. Keep an eye on these cars, because just that it's supposed to stop doesn't mean they will. If the examiner has to step in because somebody's trying to kill you, he's doing your job, so you fail your driving test. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it right or wrong. If you don't know that this person's trying to hit you, then you will fail. So you come through here. A lot of learners do that and then go across. That's wrong, because they're getting in the lane for turning right. You want to come around here into left-hand lane, like that. Don't forget you've got a bus lane here, so don't go into that. And then you just go up here, heading towards Aldershot. As we come up here, you've got a bus lane there, so we want to avoid that. You've got your arrows on the floor, so we want to go back to the left. I would just check left and into left-hand lane, just like that. Now we're just following the road ahead. Keep an eye on that pedestrian crossing. Be mindful of what's coming on here. Remember, don't pull into there. Indicating left if there's a car here, because you don't want to look like that, or at least cancel your indicator quickly. And then it's the same as the end of test route number 1. So now we're just going to be flying down here. Goes 30 into a 40. Drive along here. Then we're getting near to the petrol station. We come through here. You'll say that's the end of the independent driving. We're now going to follow road sign. No, we're not. We're going to go right 3 at the roundabout towards Aerospace Centre and Business Parks. So you'd get into the middle lane, go up to there, indicate to enter that lane. Notice the change in speed limit, gone back to a 30. As you come up here, you can now see Aerospace Centre is right 3rd exit. So we come up here into there, have a look, make sure it's safe, make sure that the traffic light is green. Out we go into this lane, round here, just like that. That is the right-hand side of your lane. That is the left. We need there. So as you come along here, you just follow it out like the silver car has into that lane. Check left. Make sure that anybody that was in that lane isn't coming around you. But as you can see, that one lane becomes 4. See, it comes around here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So go. Oh, if you can hear that, that's my cat shouting at me. We come into here, round here, into there. Follow that, which then takes you from there round to there, into there. Follow that round. Use your stuff, just like the end of test route number 1, through here into a 40 zone, into there, and down to the test centre. Easy. Whoosh, and we're back to the test centre. But don't relax. You're nearly at the end of your test. 30. All right, so it's 40, 30, and just there, 20. It must be the world's shortest 30 zone from there to there. Unbelievable. 20s, massive speed bumps. I recommend second gear 15 mile an hour for these because these are horrible speed bumps. Saves the car taking off because you could get marked down for taking off. But just relax, chill out, just go down here. And we just fly along here. Now we're back to that first roundabout we came to. Again, 2 lanes, so just stay on the outside, make sure it's all nice and safe, and go off here. Now, sometimes they might get you to park on the right and do a right reverse. So you park up on the right, reverse 2 car lengths, and rejoin traffic. It's nothing that you won't have practiced with me, so don't worry about it. It's a really wide road, so it's lovely. Look, I'm looking for traffic again. So as you come up here, you're just checking, make sure no one's coming at you. Go to the outside there. Lovely jubbly. No one's trying to kill us. Off here, no one's walking across that. Over here, and there we go. So yes, they have got double yellows now, but the examiners will still chuck you over there and reverse back and then get you to rejoin traffic. If there's loads of room around you and there's no one going to hit you, then carry on, do the maneuver, but you've got to demonstrate that you've looked for people. If it looks a bit dangerous, stop, let people go, and then carry on again afterwards. And then you just follow the road ahead. Then you're back to the original junction, and then just checking it's safe, indicate right. Position on the right again. I don't want people approaching on the left and then cutting across because you get marked down for positioning. When you're turning right, you position on the right. Simple. Then you come round here, into there, back down to the car park, indicate right, make sure it's all nice and safe, into there, and then into the car park. And have a look at the video about my car park. That's it. Do that. You should be laughing. Good luck.